Have you ever been in this situation where you're starting to be successful with women, but you feel empty inside? Part of the reason this can be is because you don't have or you don't feel a sense of purpose. And this can happen when you start to prioritize women and the chasing of women and going after of women in your life. Now, you need to be the king of your own life and not put women on your throne. And if you do put someone else on your throne, there will always be someone there to fill your throne. So I'll give you a little example. When I was younger, I used to constantly think about women. That's all I wanted. I wanted to get married so bad. How do I get married? My days and nights were filled with thinking about this. I would go to social events and dance clubs and all these things where there would be women so I could have a chance to talk to them, get to know them, and take them out on a date. My whole life really revolved around getting women. And what I'm telling you is you don't want to give up your throne. You don't want to give your life's purpose. You want to work towards your dream, not somebody else's. By the way, this could be other men as well. If you work for somebody at a job, you're working towards somebody else's dream and not your own dream. Now, we all have to work sometimes. Some of us have to work. We don't all get to be our own bosses. But that doesn't mean that you can't work for your dream. So this could be something like a side hustle or a nonprofit, a charity, anything. You could be building a community or your church. Right? Anywhere where you're building your kingdom, that's when you're sitting on your throne and not giving that up to somebody else. Children often get told what to do, and there are a lot of adult children out there where they have yet to grow up. They've yet to realize their potential, and they need to be told what to do. And part of discovering manhood and part of becoming a man is deciding for yourself what you think is best and what's going to best fulfill your purpose in life and your kingdom. Now, you might start to think, but if I only focus on myself, women aren't going to take notice to me. And I do want women. I want a woman for a relationship, or I want multiple women to be in contact with. And if you think that by focusing only on yourself, that women won't notice, you're incorrect. Women always notice, and they reward men who are the kings of their kingdom. They reward men with their femininity. Even married women who are high-powered, maybe they have a job in a big company, they're a manager. If you display the traits of masculinity, self-control, and dominion, she will still reward you with femininity. And you can see this. Even the most die-hard feminist lesbian woman, when there is a masculine man in the presence, even those women who aren't interested in dating men, they will still reward men with femininity. She might raise her pitch a little bit. She might play with her hair more. She might sit in a way that's more feminine. It'll just be little things, but women always notice, and they reward men with their femininity. On that note, and this is some rule that you should take with you, is not all women are the same, so don't hate them. I feature a lot of women on this channel from shorts. These shorts rise up the ranks quickly because of some insane thing and some insane belief that women have. We live in a postmodern society where all our traditions have basically gone out the window, and it's become a social faux pas or taboo to tell women what to do. And women themselves, they don't regulate themselves. They used to use a lot of shame and other types of emotional manipulation to control other women, to enforce behavior. For example, they might use the word slut to call a woman, but now you can't call a woman a slut. This is completely taboo in our society, which goes to the next point, is that women speak a different language than men. They speak womanese. And the point of this different language isn't to convey ideas, but rather to share emotions. That's essentially what they're communicating is they want to empathize. They want to share an emotion. So we as men will hear these things that women say, but we don't always understand what's being shared because it's an emotion. There's this old Hollywood trope of women being soft and they're being caring, but this doesn't reflect modern dating. Now, I know I just said not all women are the same, but if you look at modern dating, the men who would need the most sympathy are the ones that are are least likely to get it. So think short men, ugly men, poor men. If you are any one of those, you already know what I'm talking about. The least among us are also the worst treated. So when men put all of their energies into women, that's called a simp. And of all the soft and caring, simps are the most despised of all. Women will get on these shorts and say, oh, where are all the men spending money on us? Why have all you men decided to not spend hundreds of dollars on dinner dates on us all of a sudden? Where are all the gentlemen? And what they don't realize is that nice guys that put all of their energy in women are the most despised of all. And this can be difficult for a lot of men. All men are called to be leaders. Even if it's not to guide other men, you are meant to guide and protect your own household, protect it, and keep your wife and children from the paths of error, defending your fruits of nature from the locusts and storms of time. This is a direct quote from a book I like called The Book of Puck, which is what this series is based on. Basically, yes, you have a kingdom to build. This is your purpose. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And even if you are not a leader of other men, you can still lead your own household. All men are called to do this. If you're not married yet, that's okay. Still practice being the leaders. Practice making your own decisions in life and doing it. You don't have to consult constantly with your parents or your boss or anything like that. Like, you decide what you think is best and you go after it, especially when you're building those things that are supposed to care about, things that you should dream about, like your family, your community, your businesses. These are the things that you want to build up. But chasing women for the sake of women, this creates a negative feedback loop that makes you unhappy and unsuccessful. Even if you're successful with women, if you're just putting them at the focus of your life, you're basically putting them on the throne. And this can be painful. Going throughout life without a purpose, for women and children, this is fine. But for a man, this can be a painful existence, a painful experience, especially in our modern culture where men aren't highly valued and they're not respected in their own communities. So if you don't have a purpose in life, you really don't have much of anything. Now, as a byproduct of being the man that is in charge of his own life, is the king of his kingdom, you're going to start to develop traits like confidence. You're going to develop humor. You can see the absurdity of the way things are, and you can have fun. These are all byproducts of living in your imagination, building that kingdom, building the keys to your kingdom. And that's how you can connect your dreams to what you fill your days with. So you unite your dreams and your days. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.